I would like to say is that the best interests of the children need to be first and foremost, before anything, which should be the case in any family court system or anything to do with children. I also think that the Hague Convention should start being means tested. The central authority needs to fact check. They need to check what people are putting on their applications, because it seems that an applicant can write whatever they want and they will apply for the return of those children, regardless of what has gone before, regardless of any abuse, regardless of anything. They can write whatever they want. And it seems that the prerogative of the Hague Convention is just to return without asking too many questions. And there's no protection for people who get returned. The undertakings are not worth the papers that they're written on. I believe that the undertakings are literally there just to make judges feel less bad about doing this all the time, because it makes them feel like, oh, well, you know, she'll be looked after because we've got undertakings in place, when in actual fact it doesn't. Nobody cares if the undertakings are there. They don't get enforced. There's nothing getting mirrored. It's time and time again that's happening. There's no protective measures. I feel like when we got on that plane, we were dumped. Did not want to hear about us anymore. They didn't care. They had washed their hands. You go back to Australia and you deal with what's to come. And once we got here, it was just hell. It was hell. There was nothing protected about it. And I was lucky that I was able to keep my children. And there's women who aren't, who are getting them taken off them. And it actually breaks me just to hear about it, because it's just disgusting that that's happening, that kids are getting separated from their primary carers just on the whim of somebody who wants to hurt them further. And it's not good for the kids. It's not fair. It's just... it's not fit for purpose anymore. The Hague Convention is no longer fit for purpose. It doesn't do the job it's meant to do. It's actually separating children from their parents, mothers.
I don't know why a mother would choose to make herself homeless with her child if she had no other option. For me, there was no other option. The fact that I just had no idea. And everybody I talked to had no idea that this law existed. Nobody knew. And I wish I had known. But even if I had known, maybe I would have thought, that won't happen to me. That won't happen to me. And it does. It's happening to people all the time.
I mean, I think women are not aware that if you move your kids to another country, even if your kids are not citizens of that country, they are not integrated in that country, if your husband wants to hurt you, they have a very easy tool, which is the Hague Convention, to keep you under their control. Now, in a world where everybody's moving for work reasons or for whatever, I think you are not safe if you move from your home country. So to moms, I would say, don't move. Don't go. If he wants to go work there, he can work there for the week and return in the weekend. And for judges, I will say that from my experience and from what I've seen in other cases, they have a tendency to return the kid always. And they really have to take the time to understand what dynamics are there and to really think about the kids. Like, you cannot think that a mom that takes the kids, it's not my case because I didn't take them, but even if I had done it, if I had returned my kids to my home country or to where I am protected, or even if a mom is hiding with her kids, you cannot think that she's crazy or she's a fool. no mom will expose her children to the possibility of losing them for the sake of it. I mean, if a mom is seeking a safe place, it's because of something. And if they understand that, and that we are not crazy, and that all that we want is protect our kids, I think Hague cases should be decided, having more, I don't know if more time is the word, but with more carefully. They should do psychological evaluations and interviews and lots of things that in my case weren't the case. Nobody interviewed any of us, because we are talking about kids' lives. So my kids were year-old when they were taken away, and they have been 3 years away from their mom. My daughter has lost her breastfeeding in the most dramatic way. From one day she was breastfeeding, and the other day she was crying for her mom for 2 months. And when I saw her again, she was weaned herself, of course. And we cannot put kids through that.
I think we need a support. We need to understand the mom where they live in the situation to really very the risk assessment, really, and and the mom as well, especially for the people wanted to migrate somewhere. Uh, don't I mean it be very,
Yeah.
especially if you got a narcissistic personality of partner and everything. It's not they're not using they're using your child. So i- the the painful one is the what our children, they suffer for everything until it's like this. I don't know how to say the word, but is really cruel. It's no voice for the mom or whatever. They just ignore everything. Uh is the worst. It's not easy. It is really 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 tough.
I think the idea that we can trust a system that is outside of our physical locale is really faulty. And that when we talk about the safety of a child specifically, and the child's safety is linked, there's no other way to say that it is like so linked to the safety of their parent. But you're basically trying to get back to zero because you're shoved into a hole when you're returned to a country with zero support. I think in terms of what the message to other people just about in general, the Hague, is that, I mean, it's kind of similar to what somebody told me years ago. The first time I spoke to a Hague mom was the same thing, and I didn't even know what she was talking about. But basically, she just said, you need to take care of yourself. And at that time, I didn't even know what that meant. But I've seen so many moms leave this earth because the trauma and the violence has consumed them, actually consumed them. And the violence is horrifying. And we do the best to put our, strong faces forward, because every moment, if we do get to be with our child, is precious. But there has to be exerted effort, more of an effort to provide some type of basic resources to mothers who go through this problem.
Just in summary, before I stop record, what
Yeah.
message would you like to send to the court, to judges hearing cases like yours? What should they know?
To feel the children are happy. So yeah, you have your own opinion, your own right, and then just think about the children's side, not only the who has the custody. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
So that you would like the courts to listen and really hear what the children feel, and you
Yeah.
felt your children were not heard.
Yeah, but unfortunately, nobody listened. The
Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
And then how come they don't care about anything? Means, I mean, not only court, means when they just, okay, we done about the Hague Convention, this case. Okay, children just return to the US. So, okay, done. Yeah, government say that. So, nobody cared. Nobody cared. Oh, children is it okay?